Okay, here we've got a question which I'm going to take care to try and explain um, for someone that might not have come across this sort of thing before. Okay, a box has orange, green, and brown beads. There are 8 more orange beads than green beads. There are twice as many brown beads as orange beads. And we're told that there are 96 beads in all. So what's the question? Well, that's how many orange beads are there? Okay, now to approach a question like this, to be able to use bar models to draw a question like this, it would help to have certain experience or understanding. So let's have a look. So firstly, let's imagine this situation where I've got a bar here, and I'm going to divide this bar into 4 equal parts. The fact that they are equal is significant. And I'm told, let's say, that this bar has a value of 8. Okay, this whole bar has a value of 8. And we're asked what's the value of each of the parts. Well, if the whole bar has a value of 8 and these are 4 equal parts, you'd hopefully see that if I divided 8 by 4, I would get the value of each of these parts. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. So each of these parts has a value of 2. And that makes sense. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. All right. So this is a part whole model here. Right. Well, if we understand this, we might also have a question like, for example, there are boys and girls at a party, and we are told that there are 3 times as many girls at the party as boys. Okay, now here I'm comparing the number of boys to the number of girls, and I will use what's called a comparison model. So I'm going to draw a bar for the boy to represent the boys, a bar to represent the girls. What was I told? There are 3 times as many girls as boys. So I'm going to draw one part. Okay, this one unit, one part, one block, as it were, whatever it is. And it doesn't matter that this is squared paper and you haven't got squared paper. You could just draw it on plain paper. That's fine. So one part for the boys, and I'm told there are 3 times as many girls as boys. Now, if I drew this, this would be the same as the boys. If I draw another one, another part, remember these are equal to this. Is now, there are twice as many girls as boys, but I want to draw a model that shows that there are 3 times as many girls as boys. And if I am told that there are 8 children altogether at the party, all right, and I'm asked how many boys are there, for example, well, hopefully you can see that again, I have got, so just like here where I had 8 and 4 equal parts, well, here I've also got 4 equal parts, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. The total value is 8. So again, 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Each of these parts has a value of 2. Okay, right. Maybe let's make it a little bit more complicated. What if we were told that one more boy arrived? Well, let's say we will use some different numbers now. So let's say we had a party, there was a party, and there were boys and girls at the party, and that there were again 3 times as many girls as boys. So let's say I'd drawn this. Okay. All right. And again, it doesn't matter if it's not drawn perfectly. If you're the person drawing the model, you know what the parts represent. So again, I'm told that there's a party and there were 3 times as many girls as boys at the party. And then another boy arrived. So one more boy arrived. Okay, so I'm just going to draw this kind of little extra bit on for this one more boy. And I don't know how this relates to this. And we're told that after this one boy arrived, that there were 9 children at the party. Okay, so I've got 9 representing this whole model. What have I got here in this model? Well, I've got 1, 2, one, two, three, four equal parts and this sort of random one. And I might think, gosh, wouldn't it be helpful if this one wasn't here? Because then I would have had a value for all of these equal parts. Well, we can do that, can't we? Because if we take this one away here and we took one away from 9, okay, so we would have, 9 take away 1, that would give us 8. And we would then have a value of 8 for these 4 equal parts. Okay, and again, 8 divided by 4 is 2. We would be here. We could ask a question. Maybe the question was, how many boys were there at the party in the end? Well, that would be this part of the bar, and that would be 2 plus 1 is 3, because this was what there were the number of children there were at the end. Okay, now if you've followed this progression so far, we're probably ready to tackle this question, which is an advancement of this sort of thing. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? We've got orange, green, and brown beads. So we're going to have 3 different bars, and they're being compared to each other. Okay, now it says that there are 8 more orange beads than green beads. So I think I'm going to choose to use green as my base unit. And then I will add the orange and then the brown. And it doesn't matter in which order you do these. I said I'm going to start with green as being the basic unit because orange is being compared to green. So let's say we draw this for green. And there are 8 more orange beads than green beads. So orange has the same as green plus 8. Now, this is what we've been calling a part, okay? And so's this. These 2 bits are equal. But I'm going to draw this sort of random extra bit, which I know when I'm drawing it, this is not the same as these. And I'm going to put in the number 8 here to be very clear. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see, do we think we've captured things so far? There are 8 more orange beads than green beads. Yes, I think I've captured that. There are twice as many brown beads as orange beads. Okay, let's have a look at how we'll draw that then. So this is orange. So what if brown was the same as orange? Well, it would have one of these parts. Okay, and remember, let's keep track. These 3 parts are equal so far. Brown, what if it was the same as orange? Would have also one of these bits, this random 8 here. Okay, and then, but it's brown is twice as much as orange. So it's going to have another one of these equal parts. So this is equal to this and this and this, and another one of these 8s. Okay, so is that making sense now? Let's have a look. I'm going to try and get, so if this is one part, this is one brown. All right, this is twice as many brown as orange. There we go. And that's sort of copied from there. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Right, how is this helping us? Well, we're told that there are 96 beads in all. Okay, so we've got a total amount. We normally write that at the side here. So we've got 96 is the value for all of this model. And what is it we want to know? We want to know how many orange beads are there. So I might put my question mark there. Okay, so what have we got? Now, we could redraw this. We don't need to, but I'm actually going to show you what this might look like if I redrew it. Let's do it over here. So we've got green. Okay, we've got green. And green has got one block here. Orange, we've got orange has got one of these parts and one of those 8s. Oh, it doesn't matter that I've done it a different size here. And what has Brown got? Now, Brown has got, what I'm going to do is just rearrange this. You don't need to do this. I'm just showing you, you might see it done like this. So it's got 2 of these equal parts, okay, and then 2 of these 8s. Okay, that's another way that you could, you might rearrange that. It's not necessary, it's just to show you. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? Well, again, whichever way we look at it, let's look here first. We've got 96. This is the whole model. What have we got? We've got 4 parts. 1, 2. So let's. I'm going to put, that's 1 part. That's a part. And these 3 8s. Wouldn't it be good if these 8s, if we didn't have these 8s and we could get a value for the parts, we could, that's what we need to work out, don't we? So if we do 3 times 8, we're going to get 24. So if we take these 8s out of the model on this side, we've got to take 24 from 96. So if we take away 24, we are going to be left with 72. Okay, so we've now got 72 as the value of the 4 parts, the 4 equal parts. So if we divide 72, if we divide that by 4, we're going to get 18, and that is the value for each of these. Okay, and we've now got values for everything, so we can work out, it doesn't, they've asked us orange, but we could work out everything. We can see immediately that there are 18 green beads. How do we calculate the number of orange beads? Well, orange is 18 plus the 8, which gives us 26. We should write, so 26 orange beads, and the number of brown beads is going to be twice that, or we could add all of those together. It doesn't matter, but we've now got the answer that we wanted. That's 26 orange. Okay, how could this have helped us? This is just, sometimes it might help to redraw something like this so that, again, you can see that we've got these 4 equal parts, and it's these 3 8s that are sort of getting in the way, as it were, of calculating the value of these 4 parts. All right, then again, it's just a redrawing of this. So you've got the 3 8s. 3 times 8 is 24. We take that away from the 96, and we're then left with 72 for these 4 parts. All right, I hope that helps.